Hello, everybody. This is Reverend Chris Wilson at St. Andrew Christian Church, and here to talk about my sermon this coming week. And actually, as most people know, I'm a pretty excited person, anyways, but I'm super excited about this new series that is about to begin on January 14th. The title of the sermon series is called "What is Progressive Faith Really?" One of the things that St. Andrew has been since its inception has been a progressive church. It's been an open, affirming, and welcoming church since it was founded in 1991. When you put on the tag Christian and progressive together as part of faith, what does that mean? What does it mean to have a progressive faith? And how does that look compared to other expressions of Christianity? And this 5-week series will be a way for us to explore what I would consider the 5 basic tenets of a progressive faith, in particular, a progressive Christian faith. And so this first week, we will look at the progressive faith as a faith grounded in love and not fear. Henry Nouwen wrote a book entitled Life Signs. And in the preface of his book, and Henry Nouwen was a writer of spirituality and all things contemplative and reflective, but in the preface of that book, Life Signs, he says that we either are living out of a house of fear or a house of love. And when we live in one of those two arenas in terms of our faith, it radically shapes how we think about God, how we think about others, and even how we think about ourselves. The scripture text that I'll be using this coming Sunday is from one of the letters in the New Testament, 1 John. And we're looking at the 4th chapter, starting at verse 4 or 7. Sorry, that is. And the phrase simply says, "Beloved, let us love one another." And there's a lot more to the scripture, but it basically starts out, "Beloved, let us love one another." There are many places in scripture we see love as an operative word, but it seems as though in much of Christianity, love takes a back seat to fear. Fear becomes the main operative way in which people are coerced into thinking, made to feel as though they're not going to be saved, or something's going to happen to them if they don't behave a certain way or live a certain way. And it's very counter to what Jesus' gospel was about. It was about welcome and care and compassion and inclusion and love, and this foundational word of love. And what that means for us, to me, is at the heart of progressive Christian faith. And so this very first week, we're going to look at the primary core piece of what it means to be progressive. And we'll share some examples. I'll talk a little bit more about Henry Nouwen's book in particular, but talk about some of the characteristics of how love is to be the main way that we express ourselves. There are many out there in our church, other churches, that have lived in houses of fear and have created scars and trauma that has deeply and negatively impacted how they think about God, what it means to be a person of faith, and even being connected to organized religion at all. So I hope you'll come. It should be an interesting Sunday as well as an interesting series for the next 5 weeks. Come join us at St. Andrew as we embark on what is a progressive faith really.